A ton of people online are saying you're the best rapper.
Oh yeah, I be seeing that. I try to stay humble about it.
Best rapper in LA.
Yeah.
What do you think? Is that a fair assessment?
I work hard for it. Yeah, I feel like it's a lot of up and coming rappers out here that's dope. But I'm definitely one of the front runners for sure. Definitely, like me just having like substance. I think it's my story. People being able to relate to my struggle. I feel like I'm number one in my own mind, but when it comes to like, I like to show respect too, like to Tyler and Kendrick Lamar. I like to give respect where it's due because they kind of paved the way and been doing this longer than me, as well as Nipsey Hussle, you know. So
yeah,
I'll put myself 3 right after Kendrick and Tyler. I'm right there.
And above Nipsey though.
Nah. Nipsey number 1. We talking.
Right.
Me, Nipsey number 1.
Okay.
I go Nipsey, Kendrick, Tyler, me.
4.
For sure.
Okay.
If we talking on an independent scale, independent rapper, I'm number 1.
Okay.
Now,
okay.
you know.
Okay.
Y'all saw the title. Is Big Sad 1900 the best rapper in LA? We're going to talk about that today. They say the face of the West Coast right now is Kendrick Lamar, right? He got the biggest track, and then they saying Tyler, the creator, you know what I mean? Who I ain't know really too much, you know, I don't know. Like, I'm from the old school, man. Man, certain things about certain people, I can't, you know, it ruins it for me. I can't even get into the female rap, but that's another story, though. Big Sad 1900 is nothing new to the West Coast, let alone California, let alone LA, right? We all know that he's from West LA. He give it up all the time, and there's been a lot of controversy around him, blase, right? Now, Big Sad music, we're going to talk about that in this video right here, because Big Sad 1900 got the coldest beat selection that you probably could ever hear. You know, if you ain't never heard of him before, his albums is full of like the older R&B samples mixed with, like, you know what I mean, some of that West Coast, you know what I mean, melodic type of, you know what I mean, funk, you know what I mean, real smooth, mellow music you can ride to the whole 9.
Now let's take a look at Big Sad 1900 discography. Got that new album coming out, 1937 South Corning Street. That's coming out here real soon, November 15th. But he got a gang of albums right here. You know what I mean? He got that Guns and Butter, which was a joint collaboration, Members Only, The Separation, My Side, The Reason Deluxe, Die a Legend, that Welcome to Los Angeles. I Don't Tap In, I Don't Tap Out. That's when I got up on him. But I mean, look, my man's has been working since 2020. Look how much he's done dropped right there.
Now, Big Sad 1900, though, this is very controversial for him to say that he's the king of LA, let alone indie artists, right? Independent artists. But who out of LA is going harder than Big Sad 1900? Oh, wait. So there's G Perico. G Perico, though, they could say that G Perico is going harder than Big Sad, though, right? G Perico's had a movement and pushed harder for quite a while, though, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I wouldn't even put these two against one another. I think that what they got going on independently, in the fan love, in the work that they be putting in right there, I think that's a win right there for California, right? From the West Coast, I think that's a win. But since Draco's passing, right, who is really taking that crown and running with that? I'm not from LA, so I can't say. Y'all from LA can let me know down in the comments. But, you know, when it comes to the West Coast shit, when it comes to LA, Big Sad 1900 is my go-to, though. I think he got one of the coldest beat selections. And, you know, everybody be so controversial about Big Sad 1900, though, because, you know, like, we all done seen the video with him in the room, in the what is it, the motherfucking where they, you know, what's that motherfucking room called again? The interrogation room, right? We all seen him in the interrogation room, right? We seen him. My brain right there, old age kicking in right there. But nonetheless, we seen him in the interrogation room, interrogation video out there, right? I think Whack 100 or somebody dropped that shit a long time ago. Now, I fuck with Big Sad, and I watched this, and I followed this whole little situation very, very closely because, you know, as a fan and a motherfucker that was fucking with your music before all this shit, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I gotta pay heed to it. So my understanding of this situation with Big Sad in the interrogation room comes from the fact that somebody tried to slide on Big Sad or his homeboy, right? I think he was at his homeboy's crib, and they came up to slide on him or his homeboy, and they ended up killing a woman that was pregnant and the baby as well. I think she died and the baby, the woman with the baby died and the baby died, right? They didn't hit Big Sad. They didn't shoot his friend, none of that type of shit right there. And ultimately, the statement that Big Sad is giving the police in the video that's floating around is his account of what happened when this car pulled up and shot and killed. And all he says is it's like a white color or some shit like that. He said it was a white kind of car, but this is what he had to do as a witness in her murder. He had to give the police a statement, and of course, the police record any and everything. I mean, I'm sure he probably could have invoked, I don't want to talk to y'all or couldn't want to do nothing. And that's where it gets real tricky, right? Because you a gang member, right? This is you proclaim yourself to be a gang member. This is the code of a gang member. Is in situations like this, you don't do that. You don't talk to the police. You stay stitch lit. You go out there. You go kill some more people. You know what I mean? You get revenge. You know what I mean? You get revenge for the person that died, and you don't talk to the police. None of that. So the video that we see in Big Sad that's floating around ultimately was never used in trial or anything like that to convict anybody. The issue that happened with the people that got arrested for it, right? They told on themselves, right? They told on themselves and they told on each other the whole nine. And that's the reason they took a deal and went and did their own shit, motherfucking huge L for them. You know what I mean? That's a super huge. To pull up and try to ride on somebody to do a skit like this, and then you take out a woman with a baby, like, you know what I mean? This is how you know, like, how weak a lot of gang members really is, though, because I don't know what the beef is. It was some gang shit, but I feel like, if it was really some real animosity, they could have got it up from the shoulders. But I guarantee the shooters wasn't gonna try to go get it up with nobody. They probably had no kind of wins coming. They probably can barely step into a punch. You'd be surprised how many of these gang members out here that are active gang members, quick to pull the trigger, cannot fight. They can't fight. They don't know how to step into a punch. They got no wins coming when it's coming man to man. And I say that just to keep it 100 on this channel right here, because I done been there, been behind the walls. I've been around gang members of my entire life. I know how this shit works, and it's crazy. A man will kill another man just because he can't go hand to hand. Sad state of affairs. But ultimately, instead of fighting and getting it up like a man, these dudes took a huge L, right? They take a huge L and kill a woman and the baby instead of the people that they came to get. L on that skit right there. And what they say on GTA, what that shit say? Wasted. They wasted their life right there doing that shit right there. And I mean, you would think at the end of the day, when them motherfuckers go behind the walls, like there'd be some repercussions, you know what I mean, for doing that fuck shit right there. Even from your own hood, but a lot of motherfuckers is gonna look past that. They're gonna call Big Sad a rat. That they gonna point the finger at Big Sad, but rather not. What about these motherfuckers that killed the woman and the baby though, right? That's some cowardly hoe ass shit right there. A motherfucker should never side with no motherfucker on that note, on any kind of code, pretense, or none of that shit right there. You killed an innocent woman and her baby though. Like, motherfucker, like, nah, fuck all that. I gotta weigh that type of shit when it comes to Big Sad's music. Cause I don't know Big Sad from a can of paint, but I don't feel like he finna get up on that stand and point fingers and do all that shit right there. Cause he never implicated no names or people or anything like that. He said a car color of what happened in the situation of motherfucking the car pulling up and doing that failed skit right there. So, I weigh that shit, you know what I mean? When I motherfucking listen to Big Sad's music. And I seen some shit on No Jumper the other day, right? And it was our favorite motherfucking Rolling 60 Coke Rib Brick Baby, right? And what was he saying about Big Sad? He was saying that if Big Sad went behind the walls, right? He went to the penitentiary, that they would deem him a rat, right? That he wouldn't be able to walk the main line, so forth.
So I feel like I could quote that.
Oh yeah, I don't give a fuck.
He did hit me up and he was like, "Damn, I thought me and Brick were cool."
We are.
But you're rapping about him being anally raped in prison?
Yeah, I was saying, like, I posed some trysts with Big Sad. The paperwork was all bad.
He could never walk the yard. There'd be Vaseline in his ass?
I'm saying, if he go to jail right now and try to walk the main line and stay, it'd be a problem.
People wouldn't be too psyched about it.
It's too much paperwork. It's too much. He good, like, as a rapper on the street, whatever he doing, they got it figured out right here. But, like, when that paperwork getting the mix of, like, the politics, nah.
I mean, beyond paperwork,
But that's he's cool.
There's
that's
video footage.
did mean to DM him before the song came out. Like I did take a shot at you, but I was saying rap back, nigga.
And that's
you dissed me a long time ago. They been wanting me to diss you back, so now I'm back in the field. It's like rap back, and like, I'm not over here really trying to diss you like that.
Right. You have a different attitude about dissing people in songs though, where like you kind of look at it as like it's all fun. Like,
it is all fun.
You should just take it as fun.
If I'm rapping about it, then I'm not planning on doing shit.
But I feel like most people don't really take it that way. I feel like most people take it more serious.
But they should in 2024, considering like the climate and the fact that diss tracks are gaining so much traction and being.
But on the other hand, Big Sad ain't on the paperwork though, right? Like he was never they never used that to prosecute him, right? I guess they could, right? Because he said the car color. But at the same token, we see Big Sad in his hood on a regular basis, though. Like his hood is good with him and what he done, where the situation. I'm sure there's probably some other people in. You never have 100% of everybody feeling right, but if I see you in your set and you out there functioning like that, I'm a say that your hood must accept you and everything is 100, right? Now the DW Flame shit is a whole nother story when pulling up to your hood, filming the video. But I mean that's trolling nowadays, right? Motherfucking, you know what I mean? But that's a whole nother story. The shit about Big Sad's case and is he LA's great? So a lot of people would say, nah, he ain't LA's king of LA. He can never be the king of LA with this situation right here. But music wise, we gotta be authentic because his music is killing a lot of motherfuckers that's coming out of Southern California. Though I have a hard time thinking who is consistent as Big Sad and who, like, y'all let me know in the comments since y'all know so much better, because at the end of the day, I weigh this type of shit when I listen to Big Sad's music. And, you know, at the end of the day, I can't never side with somebody that killed a baby in a motherfucking woman, though. I could never, I don't give a fuck. But this is the shit a lot of motherfuckers sign up for, right? You want to be a gang member. This is the code you want to abide by, you know. Being a gang member, I guess it allows you to get that shit off you about killing a baby and a kid and point the finger at somebody else and still be a tough guy, no accountability, right? You're able to reject the accountability for that type of shit. But that's a no-fly zone for me right there. I could never, ever get down with that type of shit. This is the streets, so this is the epitome of the motherfucking streets, though, right here. As ironic and idiotic as this shit sounds right here, like this is the epitome. The streets really don't have no code, right? Gangsters have a code, but the streets, anything goes. You know what I mean? Who want to be up in the streets? Who want to be in this filth right here? No matter what the situation was, the drama was, Big Sad kept pushing. He kept going. He's still going. He's still working harder. He's still grinding. He's still putting out hits. He ain't let that shit curb him, though, right there. He's battle tested. The real question is, can Big Sad stay with the longevity and continue to keep showing up and keep putting out bangers and keep coming with shit that everybody want to fuck with? That's going to be the real question of time, but only time will tell that. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Get down in them comments. Let me know what y'all talking about. If y'all know the program, you make it this far in the video, one of them, if you would be so kind. If you ain't subbed up, do all that shit, and I'll match y'all next round.
I got an album dropping November 15th. It's called 1937 South Corning Street.
Okay.
Yep, so I'm just working.
When is that dropping?
November 15th.
November 15th.
Yep.